Hey, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechah, Chodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there in the 1/3 remnant, which consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the 12 tribes, which consists of Jacob, 12 sons. Okay, go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm the Akiyah Matazah, flowing in the spirit with another lesson. Okay, putting it up on wax. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting out here by this beautiful sight, this holy ground. You know, it's that old bridge out here, so beautiful. You know, who did that? Yahweh Bashim Habashah, man. And everything is created by Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Like, nothing else matters but Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Nothing else. Everybody just moving, doing what they got to do, but ain't nobody considered the true power, the existing power. Okay? And I'm finna go into the book of Deuteronomy in 6. And I'm just gonna flow through. And this kind of like, it ain't counter, but hey, this should put fear in you right here. You know, this is, I believe, the Lord's first commandment to Israel. Okay? The Shema. But it's on down further. But it's in starting Deuteronomy 6. I'm just catch the drift. I'm just going to flow through the spirit. And it says, Deuteronomy 6:1, it said, obey Yahweh and prosper. Now, these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord Yahweh, your power, commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it. That thou mightest fear the Lord thy power to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I commanded thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, and all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Pause it. Got a little tongue twist. Beautiful though, because look at what the Lord just told us. Hey, the Lord just said to keep all his statutes and commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, and all the days of thy life. Okay, like, hey, this how it go. We supposed to be up in this book, but they done, we done fell so far away from our power. We done went from God's to down here with the base. Like, look what the Lord just told us. I'm reading NLT. It said, and your children and your children. It said, and you and your children and grandchildren must fear the Lord your power as long as you live. If you obey all his decrees and commands, you will enjoy a long life. And look, the Lord said you will enjoy. That's so it's showing you right there. What it say? Obey Yahweh and prosper. You ain't prospering shit if you ain't got Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. You ain't prospering nothing. That goes into the book of John, the book of Mark. It's all throughout the book. I'm gonna just get it. John 15, verse 9, it said, as the Father have loved me, so have I loved you. Continue ye in my love. If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. So you see, that's what we got to do. We got to abide. We got to obey. Okay, we gotta obey the laws, and we gotta keep the commandments to the best of our ability. We in captivity, but we still have to do work. You know, hey, why we here? You know, the Lord ain't bring us to this earth for nothing. Hey, this word is going out. Hey, and like I say, if you ain't keeping the commandments, then judgment on to you. Just like it just said in Deuteronomy. Just like it just said in Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 2, it says in NLT at the bottom, it said, if you obey all his decrees and commands, you will enjoy a long life. So that's what it's about, abiding in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Okay? And you can't make it. I don't care what you're doing. That's why I say I'm so thankful and I'm forever grateful for this word. And I just pray Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know, have mercy upon me and mine, and you sincere Akim and Akwa, because, hey, don't nobody know this. I'm outside right now, feet on the ground, grounding, you know, got true inner peace, reading the real true peace. This is the true comforter right here. You know, everybody don't know, we blessed. We are highly blessed to be able to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the spirit realm. And it's not to be taken lightly. That's why we got to meditate on this day and night. All right, and that's gonna be one of my key points. I ain't trying to give it away, but just flow with me though. Okay. Verse 3, it says, "Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord Yahweh, God of thy power of thy fathers, had promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey." Verse 4, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord Yahweh, our power, is one Lord." You see that? Israel, the Lord Yahweh, our power, is one Lord. There isn't any other gods. And these heathens, they know that. That's why the Lord used them as a whooping stick for our ass, like, man, because we fell off from what? Obeying. That's why we not prospering as a people. Because if we all one, then why we all see the world different? Man, the Lord then came through and his word came true. The Lord said, hey, what's that? Let's go get that precept. What's that? Hosea 4. What did it say? Yahweh's controversy with Israel. Hosea 4 and 6. It said, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children." Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, you think the Lord forgot about all the stuff like we done did as a people towards him? No. That's why they coming hard with the AI shit. That's the Lord. Lord finna turn Jake ass up. Man, and the heathens. You know what I'm saying? His wrath gonna come down on all these, everybody that's against him. Okay? So that's why we gotta take this thing serious. Every day that we wake up, we gotta make sure that we be in these scriptures. Whether it's you reading, whether you watching, whether you praying, whether you just, you know, hey, like I say, because we gotta practice it. And that's the thing, we just practicing the righteous acts. Okay? And what's that? Let me see. I can go get that too. Like I said, I'm flowing. Just letting the spirit flow. Baruch 2. I'm gonna get back to my point though. Okay. See, I'm gonna start at 29. Baruch 2 and 29. It said, if ye would not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. Man, look, ain't we scattered? We everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all around the whole earth. And that's why I say, like, Jake just don't understand. Like, the Lord just ultimately, the Lord don't want all Jake to understand. And that's what makes this thing so much more precious, you know. So, you know, every day we gotta just be fighting. We gotta wake up and keep going. No matter what. No matter if your woman at you, no matter if your nigga at the job trying to fuck with you or whoever, like, man, you gotta keep going in the Lord. You gotta call on them names. That's the only name that's rocking. Okay, and this the point right here. It said back in 30. Baruch 2 and 30, it said, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. That's what we doing right now. You know, that's why I say that's why we get double honors to the apostles and elders. Okay, because, man, these men been doing this forever. I'm always gonna reverence them. Because it wouldn't be me teaching if the Lord wasn't dealing, you know, putting the spirit up on them and the men before them. Brothers having dreams or salvation. Who give us dreams? Man, folks better quit playing out here. That's why I say it's just beautiful. You know, I'm just sitting down on this ground, man, just, man, being one with the source and reading the most powerful words in the universe. The most powerful words in the universe, and sitting on this ground, man, it is some high vibration. And it's feeling great. Feeling good to eat this roll. You know, and like the bitters and the sweet, that's good for you. You know, it keeps you, you know, folks, look at that. Ring, ring, ring. Look, ring, ring, ring. Nah, I ain't taking no shit like that, though. But it's beautiful, though. Okay, let me go back to that point. But yeah, we remembering ourselves in our captivity. Okay. Verse 5, Deuteronomy 6 and 5, my point a little further down. It said, and thou shalt love the Lord Yahweh thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. Verse 6, and it said, and these words which I commanded thee this day shall be in thy heart. Goes back to the word log, which means your mind, up in the Hebrew tongue, the real language. Verse 7, it said, and thou, this is the point. This would hit me when I read this last night. That's why I said, oh yeah, listen. Sometimes, you know, you just got to figure out how to, you know, just to gotta find a regimen to keep yourself in the spirit. Every brother gonna be different, but you gotta just, you know, find that regimen, you know. However, Deuteronomy 6 and 7, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way. Oh, I had to stop right there. That is beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that, man. The Lord said, shall talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Ain't no way around it. You know, Jake get irritated. They say the wicked flee when the scriptures come out. They can't talk. They don't want to do nothing because they think they know every goddamn thing, you know. But the scriptures always confound, you know. Hey, if you against the Lord, hey, the Lord gonna make sure, you know, he gonna have somebody to say, you know, the correct words. Now you gotta, it's up to you if you receive it in, you know, like it's not love, because correction is good. Okay, we all need that. Me, myself, first and foremost. We all need correction, you know, because we don't know, you know. And that was the point right there. And I'm gonna read verse 8. It said, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. And it shall be when the Lord thy power shall have brought thee out the land which he swore unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give thee great and goodly cities which thou buildest not. See, that's why I say the Lord is showing you that, hey, his word is true. He keeping his promise. You know, we the one that be fucked up. We the one went away from this true, beautiful source. Okay, so we the one gotta we the one gotta clean ourselves up. That's what we doing now. We waking up and remembering ourselves. Okay, and we tapping back into this source, tapping back into that power, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and let me see. Verse 11, it said, and houses full of all good things, which thou fillest not, and wells dig, which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees, which thou plantest not, when thou shalt have eaten and be full. Come on, look at that. That's what we going back to. We going back to, like, you know, you gotta dig for what it say? Which thou fillest. It said houses full of all good things, which thou fillest not. The Lord already know what we need to be a sustained people. You know, we ain't finna have all that, you know, bullshit we been eating in Egypt. We finna have real godly food. Everything finna be different. We're gonna have, look what the Lord say, and wells dig which thou diggest not. Like, we're gonna have true pure water coming out of rocks, coming out the earth. And that's the thing, like, you know, hey, this is beautiful. You know, like I say, like when you go back and you just meditate throughout this whole road, you know, you'll be, once you start learning and studying and researching, looking up things and putting things in, you know, 1 + 1. That's when the understanding come to you. You know, if you ain't trying, if you ain't seeking, you ain't putting forth effort, if you ain't having a change of heart, like a change within your mind, then nothing, it's not gonna come. You know, you gotta want these. Just like it ain't finna be easy getting up into these chariots. What Jake think they finna, man, you know, Jake really think they finna drive trucks. Jake really think they finna drive trucks for the rest of their life. Jake really think he finna wake up for a 9 to 5 for the rest of his life. And all you gotta do is look on the back of your goddamn $sign. And they tell you right there. Like, this shit real. Cause the money ain't real. That's why Jake robbing, stealing, and killing. You know? Trying to fill the void. You know? And all they need is this right here. The truth, existing, one power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay? But that was the point, you know, because that's all I had read when I was, you know, flowing through there. And like I say, hey, we got a power that's with us and existing, and he's with us wherever we go, as long as you calling that name. Okay? So we gotta continue to keep calling on his name, hey. And Lord willing, you sincere Akim and Akwaf, hey, this hit you in the spirit. Because hey, it's beautiful. I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna say it 1,000 more times. I'm probably say it more than it. This is beautiful. What we a part of, our power is just existing, is just beautiful, you know. But I pray and hope that you sincere Akim and Akwaf that was listening, you know, was edified through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shai. So with that, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there in the 1/3 remnant. All right, till the next time, Yahweh Ratazah, Shalom.